Hey STEAM seniors, I just wanted to touch base on this video real fast to talk about what we're going to do for you in advisory over the next couple of months. Now let me start with a story. I talk in my job here at UK, I get to talk with all kinds of people about education in this state. I get to talk with the highest level officials in the state about education, and I get to talk with lots and lots of everyday folks about education. And it's those everyday folks I want to tell you a story about real fast, because when I talk to those folks, there is a common theme that runs through a lot of their stories, and that goes like this. So I start to have a conversation with someone. Let's say, for instance, just in the last week and a half, we have a new security officer here in the College of Ed. And I was working late, and so I started chatting with him a little bit, telling him what I was doing, and he asked me more about it. So we then had a conversation about education generally and him specifically. And, you know, he told me a story of regret that he did not take advantage of opportunities when he was younger, and that nowadays he feels trapped in his security job, and he doesn't feel like he can go back to school. He doesn't know if he'd be able to make it back in school. That's a very, 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 very common story that I wind up hearing from everyday folks all over Kentucky that I get to talk to in my various jobs. Now, here's what I think is going on that is really important for you as seniors, that I want to start with this message to kick off some of the work we're going to be doing. Now, I think it's very hard for somebody that has your experience in life. You're still fairly young, you haven't seen a lot of things yet, you haven't done a lot of things yet. I think it's hard for you to know exactly what career you want to do for the rest of your life. And in fact, economic data would say that you might have many careers during your life, and so it's hard to know, I think, at this point, which exact career makes the most sense. But let me say what you can do at this point in your lives that has me concerned and that I want to avoid. While you might not know what you want to do with the rest of your life, the one thing that can go wrong right now for you as high school seniors looking at the future that's right in front of you is you can close doors you wish you never closed. That's exactly the story I heard from the security officer right here in the College of Ed earlier this week. It was a story of closed doors after high school, that because those doors were closed after high school, it's very, 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 very hard to reopen those doors later in life and to pursue degrees and to pursue careers that require additional education. So here is what I'm interested in for you and what we're going to be doing. We're going to be focusing on. I want to make sure that every single one of you leaves STEAM Academy. We want to make sure, we've talked about it as a team, we want to make sure that each one of you leaving STEAM Academy has open doors to your future, and that you are actively keeping doors open instead of closing doors. All right, and what I mean by that is you leave us here at STEAM, you don't apply to any colleges, you don't go for the military, you don't really have a plan. You start working a job, maybe you meet a spouse, you have a family, things roll on like that in life. You'll be surprised at how quickly life comes at you in the future. That whole story is one of doors closing, and right now you have your whole life open in front of you. We want to keep those options open, so minimally we want each of you to tell us what your open door plan is going forward. For the vast majority of you, that's probably going to be college. So we're going to focus a lot on college, getting those applications done, the whole process, the FAFSA, getting you some federal student aid, talking about careers. We're going to have college visiting. You saw some of that going on outside Ms. Strange's office already. Super. We're going to really try and focus on making sure those doors are open to you. Minimally, each one of you needs to talk to us about the doors that are going to take you into your future. All right? That's our minimum expectation. Now, to get started, right after this video, we put together like a 12-15-minute form. We want personal data about where you're currently at in your future search process, in your college application process, probably. We want to know information about that so we can start to personally help you build some supports and help you reach those goals that you want to reach, okay? Sorry for the rambling, but I think the messaging at this point in your career, you can't hear it often enough. I can tell you I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. In fact, I went to community college. I love community colleges. I think they're a great space for many, many students, and it was a great space for me personally. I got to take credits and keep doors open in my life without having to make a whole bunch of early choices when I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I was still racking up credits and I was still getting closer and closer to that bachelor's degree at community college. So that's a really good play. Don't discount that. I just want you thinking about it, making some choices, and we want to help you. So please take the survey and please work with us, work with your advisory teachers who are going to put a lot of effort in to making sure each of you have that plan for future success. Thanks, team.